Welcome back. You are watching Bottom Line. Shifting focus now, the demand for ST status by the Meiteis is gaining momentum, with the Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee Manipur, or the STDCM, carrying out a series of agitation demanding the fulfillment of this. While Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has assured that his government will look into it, nothing concrete has materialized on ground so far. This has led to a kind of sort of restlessness among the protesters, but has the protest and the demand really gained the kind of support the STDCM would have wanted it to so far, is the question that we are asking tonight. Secondly, another big question, is the demand for ST status by the Meiteis justified? To discuss this, I am being joined by Lieutenant Colonel retired Laishram Lokendra Singh, who is the working president of the Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee Manipur STDCM. A very warm welcome, sir, to you on Bottom Line. Also joining me on the show is Dr. Thyam Bharat Singh, Associate Professor, Manipur University. A warm welcome to you too. If I can go to Mr. Lokendra Singh first, well, the state government, the chief minister has assured to look into it, but nothing concrete has materialized so far. What is your reaction? You have always said, STDCM has said that it is going to intensify the protests in the coming days. What is your next course of action, Mr. Lokendra Singh?
See, we are moving into a democratic form of agitation or a democratic form of a demand. Our committee is headed by senior citizens like me, and we believe in the democratic norms. And so far, in all our agitations or in our process of demanding in the last 10 years or so, we have always been following the democratic way of approach, and even now also. We started our sit-in protest from 26th of August. It's, I think, about 33 or 34 days have gone by. And our request and what we urge to the government is that as a democratic state of a democratic India, we will request the government to respect the democratic way of approach for this demand. That has been our approach so far. But we expect the government to respond positively in the near future. So far, the government, or let's say the Honorable Chief Minister, has committed that they are deeply considering the issue, which means they are deeply considering it. So maybe they're going to take some more time.
Okay, let's hope there is. Let's hope the response soon. Professor Thyam Bharat Singh. Yeah, I'll come back to you. Professor Thyam Bharat Singh, do you think the Meitei community as a whole is convinced about this demand? If so, why we have not seen the demand picking the kind of pace as is expected probably?
Yeah, thank you for the nice question. First of all,
we are sure that.
Can I continue?
Yes, please go ahead, Professor Bharat Singh.
I would like to put it in this way that our society is a divided society, and also there is a diversity in unity. That is, there are modern 36 communities living together in our state. So I have seen a lot of pictures in the newspapers about a democratic form of protest to include the Meitei community into the scheduled tribe list of the constitution. But this journey is not moving very well because the state government is not able to send a report to the central government. As we know that Center has asked the state government to prepare an ethnographic report and socio-economic survey report and send it to the center, but the state seems to take a lot of time. It implies that there are some political reasons. When I spoke to the scheduled tribe community members, they openly said they are opposing this kind of demand because they think that their entitlement and economic right will be deprived when Meitei community is included into the scheduled tribe list of the constitution. Also, they also have fear that Article 371C of the Manipur, it will be overlapping. Also, it will be encroached by the Meitei community. So this kind of
So, yeah, yeah,
fear.
these are the points doing rounds. So, Mr. Lukendra Singh, the one question that a lot of people are asking is, is the demand for ST status justified? Is this a justified demand? Because you already have the SC, OBC facilities which your reservation that you are using. So is the demand justified? Because the people not only in the hill districts of Manipur but across Northeast are worried that if ST status is granted here, that could change a lot of things, especially when it comes to reservation. A lot of other people may be denied. That's the worry.
Look, in this, the focus seems to be on reservation, whereas our demand is not really what people are perceiving, that we are hunting after the reservation. What I want to put it straight here is the Meitei community is barely 12 odd lakhs. And that is as compared to that of 130 odd crores of the Indian population. Meitei's population is barely 0.09% of the total population of the country.
Let's talk in the context of Manipur, sir. Let's talk in the context of Manipur.
Wait, now let me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, in the context of Manipur, at a point of time, Meiteis were considered as the majority people, as the majority community of the state. Now, let me put the facts clear. As per the 1951 census, Meiteis had a percentage of 59%. And then as per the census of 2011, the 59% has come down to 44%, which vindicates the logic of our demand that the Meiteis are going extinct over a period of time, and it's going to go extinct further down, and one day there will be no Meiteis in Manipur, which is the ancestral original land of the Meiteis. Look, we claim ourselves as the aboriginal inhabitants of this state. That means we are the inhabitants who have been living here from time immemorial time, aboriginal inhabitants. And that is to do, when we say we are the indigenous or the aboriginal people, the relationship is my identity with that of the land. Now, Meiteis are living in a place called the valley area, which forms less than even 10% of the total land holding of Manipur state.
Yes, that is there.
And the fact that we are getting extinct slowly, but
the thing is that
no, let me come to that.
Yeah.
Let me come to that point. What I'm trying to say is that the focus all over the country seems to be quota, and quota, nothing but quota. As if the Ministry of Tribal Affairs has nothing to do with the people as such, it's only about quota. Whereas our approach is that we want our land to be protected, we want our identity to be protected. If the identity of the Meiteis is protected, the land has to be protected. Once the land is protected, then we don't go extinct from this land. You may give your quota or not quota, you may give your reservation, no reservation, that is inconsequential as far as the Meiteis are concerned. We want our land protected, we have
Yes, I'll come to that. Professor Thiam Bharat Singh.
Constitutional protection of the land, the constitution.
Yes, point taken, sir. Professor Thiam Bharat Singh, but the problem is that the ST status will come with the reservation, it will come with the quota, and that is the concern, isn't it? That is the concern right now.
Yeah, there is a darkness about this because we have to, what happened is, I also observed the demand, the goal of this demand, democratic form of protest, that is Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee, they demanded for a constitutional safety of the Meitei community. Once Meitei is included into the Scheduled Tribe list of the constitution, they will get this constitutional safety of this indigenous community. I know this reason, but there are certain uncertainties because we have to have a dialogue with the other communities so that their doubtless there is no doubt about the demand. People fear that.
Dialogues with other communities very important. That's a very important point you have made. Thank you so much, Professor Thyam Bharat Singh, for joining me on Bottom Line. I'm running out of time. Thank you so much for your points there. Coming back to you, Mr. Lokendra Singh. Well, has the STDCM, you are demanding the ST status, but have you also tried to reach out to other communities for a consensus on this, which is very important? You know the complications in Manipur. It's very important to take all the communities, the hill tribes on board. Yeah.
Look, it's like this. We are asking for our survival. We want to survive in our ancestral land. That is the most important point. And if I have to take permission from others to survive in my own land, I mean, if there's a need for that, maybe we'll do it. It's not that we have not reached out to other people. But the fact is, it has been the practice that when a community demands for inclusion or enlisting the scheduled tribe, the others who were there earlier before them have always objected. Whether it is in Manipur, whether in Assam, or whether it is in wherever, in Jharkhand or some other place. It's a fact of life. That adjustment has to be brought about by the government. You cannot leave that responsibility to a committee of ours. Right. And that portion of the objection is a very natural objection
But
which will come in any place, whether it's demanded in Manipur or Assam or wherever.
Do you agree your demand indeed makes things complex in a state like Manipur, and it's also not easy at all for the government to act on it?
No, there is nothing complex. There is nothing complex in that. There's nothing complex. We are, I'll repeat that again. We are asking for protection of our land as a scheduled area so that it has protection. Now look at it from this point of view. We have the Trans Highway passing through Manipur, through More and going towards the Bangkok side. Then the Trans Railway coming from Delhi side, passing through Imphal, going through More and towards Bangkok. Look at the amount of influx of the non-indigenous people that will be going through Manipur, right? And we as a small population of 12 lakhs, how long are we going to survive in this ancestral land of ours?
But there's a fear, there's a fear,
No, as regards...
There's a fear, Mr. Lokendra Singh, that if the ST status is granted, you might quote unquote encroach on the hill area's land. That is also a fear. How do you react to that? You'll get buying rights there too. How do you react to that? How do you allay those fears?
Okay. I'll react to that. I'll tell that. So we may have the constitutional right to purchase land in the hills. Okay, but look at it from this angle. Immigration or migration of people has always been from the difficult area to the good place. That is. Now, people who have lived their lives together in easy place in the valley of the state, in Imphal Valley, let's say, people going up to the mountains or the hills and living there or staying there or doing things is taking things a little too far. In fact, all the people from the hills, the first thing they do when they have money is to buy a plot of land in Imphal. And they have another house in Imphal and an additional house up in the hills. Right. Even they themselves migrate to the valley area from time to time because everybody wants to live in a good place. It is,
end of the day, let's hope.
If you think that moment I get ST, I'll...
Yeah. We are clearly running out of time. End of the day, it's about protection of the rights of the Meiteis. That's what you believe in, reservation or no reservation. That doesn't bother you. Let's hope the government does respond to your demands at the earliest. Thank you so much, Mr. Lokendra Singh, for joining me on Bottom Line.